right, let's break down our Monday strength routine here at Full Circle Fitness. Starting off with our, I call them jackknives, targeting our hip flexors. We have squats today and just want to get those hip flexors fired and primed prior to our squats. We're going to sit in a position like so, hug the leg, leaning back slightly. We're going to be still in the torso, and you're just going to lift your straight leg as high as you can. That takes a lot of hip flexor, quad strength, flexibility in the hamstring. You're probably going to feel it mainly in the quad. That's what's going to burn out. But just know we're really truly working right here in the hip flexor. We got to make sure the leg remains straight and we're not allowing the leg to bend as we go through this motion. A few things here. The taller you are sitting, the taller you're sitting, the harder it's going to be. When I'm sitting vertical, this is as high as I can raise my foot. If I'm leaning back a little bit, I come a decent amount higher. The farther I go, the higher my leg can go. Simple movement that shows you how little adjustments to your body positioning going to make an incredibly large difference on movements. For this one specifically, we don't want to be sitting vertical. We do want to be leaning back slightly. Once again, keep that leg nice and straight. Control up, hold it for a split second, control to the floor. It's not raise, fall. Raise, fall. Now, if you are only able to move like this high, lean back just a touch more to allow yourself to move and get to a range of motion that your body is ready for at an angle you can do. If you're leaning back and it starts getting easier to get here, well, then we can start working a little taller and taller. Slow, steady, and controlled is the name of the game here. Next, Zercher squats. I think these are one of the most beneficial forms of squats as far as translating into everyday life. I mean, how often for a back squat, how often in life do you have something on your back and you're squatting? That's rarely going to happen. For a Zercher squat, we're going to hold the bar in the crease of our elbows. It can be a little uncomfortable, it's awkward, it's different, but it's good to train in these awkward positions, in my opinion. And I do think this one does translate to everyday life fairly well. For example, for me, I had a golden retriever and got a little older, and he couldn't jump in the car. He couldn't jump on the bed anymore. So every time to pick him up, I had to get underneath him and pick him up. It's the exact same motion as a Zercher squat. I'm sure some of y'all with kids out there, while they're having a tantrum fit or they're just falling, they're asleep and you pick them up, it might be easiest just to scoop them up and carry them like this. That's why I think it's one of the most translatable movements squat-wise into life. Movement looks like this. Once again, we're getting the bar into the crease of your elbows. If you haven't done these before, keep it light. Light. I got a 15-pound training bar right now. Extremely light until you're comfortable with the movement. And challenge yourself. In the end, I don't think the average person needs to go extremely heavy on this, but I think it's a good skill to have, the ability to squat within this position. We are looking for a tempo here. 4 seconds down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and stand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and stand. As far as your back, you want to allow the back to round a little bit as we're going down. We don't need to stay perfectly straight. Let that back round a touch, which kind of goes into the movement naturally. Having said that, you don't want to be looking like a gargoyle, just hunched over like crazy. After that, we have just some basic dumbbell curls, seated dumbbell curls. Set up, we want to place that elbow on the inside of the thigh, not on top. Not putting my tricep on my thigh, I'm not bent hunched over. I'm sticking that elbow directly into the center of the side of my thigh, the groin. From here, just a regular supinated curl up, control back down. I'd say a good 2 to 3 second tempo, lowering the weight. I want us to stop just before we do hit full extension. I don't want a complete dangle, I want to stay slightly active. Control, control. Something to pay attention to is the angle of your wrist. I like to try to just keep that in alignment. A way to cheat is I'll see people twist as they come up, they'll change their angles all over the place. Focus on that. Try to stay in the same line with having as little movement as you can. Smooth up, smooth down. Don't let the weight fall. After that, what we got? Oh, some cable water skiers. These are different. These are fun, I think. At least I think they're fun. Let me play with the angle here a bit. See if you can see me where I'm gonna be. I think that will work. So, I got this movement from my girlfriend. She recently started teaching Pilates, and we did this in one of her little sessions. There, it's done with springs. So, obviously, as you go back with springs, they help you more and more and more. As you come in, the springs help you less and less and less. We're just using weights here. The trickiest part here is going to be finding a weight that's right for you. The heavier the weight is, the more assistance you're going to get. The lighter the weight, it's going to be harder for you. What we're looking for, this is a core exercise. It's hitting every aspect of the core. We're here. First thing we have to do is we tilt over. We're going to hold this tilted angle, and we're going to lay back with control. When we get as far as you possibly can, basically almost laying down, not laying down, but almost, you're going to swivel, 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 swivel until we're tilted the other way. And then from here, we're going to lift up, lift up, lift up, lift up until we're sitting straight. It's a lot harder than it looks, especially if you got the right weight on there. That's one rep. And then I'm gonna tilt over, tilt over, tilt over, and repeat. We wanna try to keep scooped, a hollowed out position. Think about pulling that lower back out, down, and keeping that scooped out position the whole time. Once again, we are tilting over. I'm pushing my lower back out. I'm gonna try to hold that the whole time. Once you're tilted, you're gonna hold that tilt, lean back, 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 not laying down all the way. And then I'm gonna scoop, scoop, scoop over, over, over until I'm tilted on the other side and roll back up. Full speed, looking something like this. It is a slow and controlled movement. You'll just have to play with the weights, figure out what's going to work best for you. And our last one, little ankle work here, ankle mobility, stability. We are getting, I want a little bit more space. We're doing some elevated calf raises. Front foot is going to be elevated, and we're going to be in a split stance. Basically holding roughly 90 degrees. Front leg, we want to get as little of your foot on here as possible, be it like the ball of the foot. I'd say ankle slightly in front of the knee. We don't need like an ATG split squat position. What we want that knee, I'd say slightly in front of the toe, and we're doing a calf raise. Something I want you to notice about my body, you should see my entire body kind of elevating and coming back down. A lot of people might, now look at my body, might just raise the leg. We're not just moving the leg here. We want your entire body to raise up with you and control down. Slow and steady there. We should be shaking. Yes, it is a balancing drill for sure, but if you are falling all over the place, find some support. Put your hand on a wall, grab something, a PVC pipe to help hold you still. You want control in the end. But that's it for Monday. Enjoy, have fun.